what's going on, guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today is another Soulcalibur 6 video. Of course, you guys do know this week we had Gamescom. A bunch of stuff went down for Soulcalibur 6. We saw the Libra of Soul trailer. We also got a glimpse of our first DLC character being none other than Tira. And now we got even more details about things like character customization slots, how you can share characters that you create, how there's not going to be any alternate costumes, the reasoning behind Tira being DLC, and all of this is coming from none other than Kayani, who was there at Gamescom. Again, she got a chance to interview Akubo. Seems like she's the only one who ever interviews Akubo, but yes, indeed, at Gamescom, she got a chance to interview Akubo, and he answered a bunch, and I mean a bunch of questions. So if you guys want to see the full interview, of course, a link down below. But with that said, let's break this down, and let's get into it. So first things first, Kayani said this, bam. For those asking if there will be alternate costumes for Soulcalibur 6 characters, Akubo-san replied to me there won't be, unfortunately. Only one costume per character, but with the customization mode, you can try to make the old costumes with accessories and pieces of armor. So yeah, as unfortunate as that is, there's not going to be any alternate costumes inside of Soulcalibur 6, which is kind of a shocker to me because it seems like every current fighting game has always had, you know, at least one alternate costume. There's alternate colors, but there's not like an actual alternate costume. It's up to us to create that inside the character customization mode, so kind of bittersweet, but hey, at least we can still customize the characters to our liking. From there, she said, during Soulcalibur 6's presentation, product manager said you have 100 slots for customized characters. You'll be able to create your character and make your friends download it. For example, I can make a wonderful Griffith or Guts, share it in my profile, and you can have them for friends. So hey, 100 different characters are going to be able for, you know, to be stored inside your profile, which is insane. That's like a lot of characters, and the cool thing is you can share those characters people online. Now, I'm hoping it's not just friends. I'm hoping there's like an actual creator studio like you see in WWE games where you can share that to everybody if you just like search a gamer tag or like a keyword. I'm hoping it's not only for people on your friends list, because if it is, well, I have no friends and chances are I'm not the only one, so that would kind of suck. And moving on to clarify how that would actually go down, she said, I precise that even if you don't have their piece of armors or accessories in your game, you'll be able to have them and play as them, but you won't be able to modify them, so, you know, pretty standard. Lastly, here on her tweet, she said, there will be more character announcements coming, not many characters left, but it will be coming. I asked about a new female character maybe, and Akubo-san said to be patient for the announcements. Now, initially, Kayani only tweeted these things out, but thankfully she now has a lengthy interview, and I mean lengthy interview, where she goes more in depth and shares word for word exactly what Akubo did say. So with that said, let's break down some of these answers a bit more. So first things first right here, bam. She opens up her interview with Akubo by saying, first, let's talk about Tira. She's been announced as a DLC character, yet the full roster hasn't been entirely revealed. From there, Akubo says, I apologize for the unconventional announcement. In terms of the main roster for launch, there aren't many characters left, but there will be announcements soon to come. Following up, she asks, why did you decide to announce a DLC character? Now that Akubo says, about Tira. Having her in Soulcalibur 6 needed some pretty complicated adjustments, so much so that she nearly didn't make the cut. After we announced Soulcalibur 6, a lot of fans asked for Tira, so I went to see the development team and asked them to put her in the game. So that's why she isn't in the main roster and she's DLC. Having her as part of the Season Pass and Unlock Day 1 was the result of a lot of internal discussion and debate within the company. As for the timing of the reveal, the pre-orders for the Season Pass started yesterday, and since she's a Season Pass bonus, we had to make both announcements at the same time. Opinions do differ widely about these announcements. I personally think we should have been more careful about the way we have announced all of this. So hey, for those people that were crucifying Bandai Namco about Tira being DLC, it seems like initially she wasn't even going to be in the game, but Akubo was like, hey, there's fan demand, let's make it happen, and boom, they made it happen. And it's pretty cool to see, if anything, too, he's open to the idea of, I guess in the future, not announcing DLC before the, you know, the full base roster is even revealed. So hey, that's pretty cool to see that. Now from there, Kayani says, I see. So, can we expect characters from Soulcalibur 5 or characters like Satsuka who don't fit into the Soulcalibur 6 story to be included in the Season Pass like Tira? From there, Akubo says maybe the Season Pass will come with a guest character. Maybe. We don't know who. Kayani follows by saying one guest character and other Soulcalibur characters, and Akubo says we don't know if we have more guest characters yet. It's all in talks right now. Still, it's possible that within the Season Pass, we'll have characters from 4 and 5. They might not fit the same time frame from the game's story, but it's still possible. So yes, indeed, they're open to having even more guest characters. He's open to having characters from Soulcalibur 3, I guess 4 and 5, every other game that doesn't even, make sense from like a story mode aspect in terms of like time frames of the game's, initial main quest. And that's pretty cool to see that they're open to anything really for DLC at this point in time. Speaking of DLC, she asked them straight up right here, how many characters will there be in the season pass? Including Tira, there will be 6 pieces of DLC, 4 characters, including Tira, and 2 customization item packs for character creation. She says, all that for the first season pass then? And he said, indeed. First season pass. So slightly teasing the idea of more DLC in the future, like a season 2, a season 3, hopefully, like we've seen in Tekken. That'd be sick. From there, Kiani asks, will characters have alternate costumes? Of course, we know the answer to this, but he says, as of now, characters only have 1 costume with alternative colors. We wanted to have more, but it was kind of complicated. And we do have the character customization mode to compensate. So, of course, Kiani says, so like in Tekken 7, we would have access to other styles of costumes with the customization mode. And from there, Kubo says, well, we don't have the older costumes from the series, but I think you'll be able to create something similar in this mode. So again, he's leaving it up to us to customize these characters to as close as we could get to like an actual alternate costume or just a pure, completely different look, which I'm completely fine with. Like, the customization in this game looks pretty sick. It's very similar to 5, but still, I'm hoping it's a lot more in depth, so no complaints on my end. Speaking of the new character we saw in the Libra, the Soul trailer right here, Kiani asked, we have seen a new character at this new story mode, some kind of wizard with a robe. Can you say more about him? Kubo says, oh, did you see him? He's an important character in the story mode we just announced. He has a purpose to save the world, but that's all I can say. From there, Kiani says, wait, so he's a good guy? Akubo doesn't say anything. She asks, will he be playable? And of course, Akubo says, yes, indeed. So that guy that we saw, the wizard with all those daggers at the very end of Libra, the Soul trailer, will be a brand new playable character on the base roster. Now, finishing up this interview, Kiani says, I see. Will there be a new female character? Akubo says nothing. Kiani says, I hope so. Akubo says that's a pretty tricky question. Kiani says a new character maybe, like Grow. And lastly, to finish off the interview, Akubo says, like I said earlier, there aren't many characters left from the main roster to reveal, though they will be soon. You just have to wait a little while longer. And that is the entire interview, more or less. There are a few things I didn't add into this, so like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you want to read the full article, a link down below. Kiani really asking a bunch of important questions. It's kind of like it's a lot to take in there, so no alternate costumes, 100 characters to choose from. You can share your created characters. This guy from the story mode is a brand new character available on the base roster. There might be a guest character. Tira's a DLC because she wasn't even initially going to be on the base roster, but Akubo knew there was fan demand for her. There's going to be a total of 4 characters in the first season pass. It seems like there might be more than 1 season pass. I'm thinking I covered just about everything. But anyways, that is it. Like I mentioned, a lot coming from Gamescom this week. 0 complaints, guys. It's been a great week for Soulcalibur fans. I've been loving the news, and hopefully you guys have too. Of course, if you guys did enjoy this video, please take 1 second and drop a like on it. Make sure to subscribe for some more Soulcalibur 6 content. Until next time, I've been your host, Ben Dynasty. You guys take care, stay safe. I cannot wait for this game, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
You deserve more exposure, man, you underrated. To all the Dynasty haters, promise you'll love him later. Y'all gon' react like he did when he seen the trailer. But hold up, let me hit y'all with a twist. Wait, I'm Sub-Zero, the rap game is the Lin Kuei. You see, I've been a fan of Dynasty for years now. GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer, I wonder how y'all